We have no idea what to expect. We cannot predict what is coming, but it just feels like something is coming. I don't know what, but something is coming. It's time to get prepared. Hey guys, it's Sandy. So last week I did a video on 8 foods that you could have for long term for storing in your prepper pantry. And I got a lot of great comments of things way beyond 8. But now I just want to talk about some basic items that you really need because I just feel like something's coming. I don't know what, but I don't know how many of you also feel the same. Like something is coming. It's like the calm before the storm right now, or waiting for that other shoe to drop. It just feels like something is going to happen. When? I don't know. But at this point in our world, we have no idea what to expect or can't predict, but things just aren't good. And let me tell you, in America, we have the election coming up in November. It's almost June now. We have an election coming up in November. And I'm telling you, I think it's going to get ugly because it does not matter whether Trump gets in or Biden gets in. And I don't even know for sure if they'll even be on the ballot at that time. I don't know. But right now, it's Trump and Biden. And who's going to get in? And I think whichever way it goes, whoever does end up getting in, there's going to be people that are so mad on the other side that I wouldn't be surprised if there's riots that go on. So, and you know, beyond that, oh my goodness, there's so many things that could happen before we ever get to the election, around election time, maybe not until 2025. I don't know. It just feels like there's something on the horizon that's coming. And it's time to get prepared. So if you have not started at all, it's never too late. It's never too late to start and get things. If you have started, make sure you have what you need, actually. And it doesn't bring fear, it brings peace of mind, is what it does. So I'm just encouraging you with that to do something for your family. So, along with food, there's some other things basic items that I want to talk about also, because I'm just looking at it kind of in a different way, and I just want to share it with you. And you know what? Something else. Listen, I've talked a lot of times about this and saying natural disasters could happen. Well, in Ohio, we really don't get natural disasters. But could other things happen? Yes. I mean, our ancestors always put up food because they knew that they needed to. You store up so that you're, later that you're taken care of and you can take care of your family. We've gotten away from that because at least here in America, we can just go to this grocery store and we can go back the next day if we want. But we definitely go about every week. Most people do, and stock up. We don't have to have pantries. I think it's time. I mean, it's been time, but it's really time. I think we're running out of time, is what it is happening. Like, what if you can't go to the grocery store for some reason? What if there are riots and you can't get to the grocery store? What if there is another pandemic and another disease that comes and we can't go to the grocery store, or the grocery stores get closed down, or we lose electric, can't go to the grocery store? And you know what? Like back in 2017, 18, 2019, I never thought about this stuff because life was just normal and you could go to the grocery all the time. I had never even heard of an EMP, didn't even know what that was. But now I do. I actually don't remember what the words actually mean, but EMP basically is where our electric could be knocked out. It could happen over an entire country, it could happen over part of a country, and it's not just America, it can happen anywhere. Like somebody could actually try to put that out, or you could get hacked. They could hack anything, anything, and we don't have what we need. We might not have water. We might not have electric. Um, who knows what it is? But I'm telling you, at this point in life, anything could happen, and it's really important to be prepared for everything: job loss, sickness, everything. So just having a pantry that has some items in it, it'll bring you peace of mind. It does not bring fear, it brings peace of mind. I just feel the need to just really kind of talk about this again and to talk about a few things. You guys in the comments, oh, I love the comments because I learned so much from them. You gave great ideas. So let me share some of the basic things. We know we need food and water, right? I mean, food and water is an absolute that we have to have. You can't live. As far as water, you could do water filtration systems. There's those life straws, those kind of straws you can buy that you can drink. It filters the water. I don't think you could buy enough bottled water, really. It would take a lot of bottled water. Is it good to have? Yes. But I mean, realistically, I don't know how long you could last unless you have a stack, clear up to the ceiling. But besides food and water, and I'm going to talk about some food items too still, but besides food and water, what are some things you need? So in my opinion, I think everybody should get an iron skillet. These things are great. We cook with them just about all the time now. I didn't used to, but now that I've learned to cook with them, love them. They're super easy to clean. I did a video on that. Watch it or watch somebody's videos so you can learn how to cook with them and clean them. But the thing about an iron skillet is you can't damage it, not really. I mean, unless you get it all rusty and then you can rehab it. But you can cook anywhere with this. So you can cook it over your oven or over your stove top. You can put it in your oven. You could cook this over fire and it's not going to hurt it. It's going to cook food. I'm thinking outside of the box. And that's what I want you to do too, is think outside the box a little bit. You might go to a thrift store and find an iron skillet that you can rehab. Might be a little rusty. That's okay. You can bring it back to life. Amazon is where I've bought my iron skillets. They're great. I have them forever. It's such a good investment piece. They're really not that expensive, but you'll have them forever. And you can cook with it anywhere. It's really important to have that kind of thing. So get yourself an iron skillet. Now, when you're thinking about food, canned food is wonderful to have. So I did a lot of the long-term storage options, and I didn't mention canned food at all, but canned food is super important to have because it'll last on your shelf for a long time. And I know they have expiration dates on them, but it still lasts past the expiration date also. A long time. I'm not talking about 20 years. That's not what we're prepping here for. We're prepping for a year or 2 years from now. Like, we're not prepping forever. You can, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about basic things to get you through for your family. So think about some meals, because how are we even going to put this together? So, like, here's a thought. Your family likes pasta, and maybe 2 times a month you want to eat pasta. Well, how far out are you planning on having stuff? Have at least 3 months worth of food in your house. That's really important. Maybe you're going to go 6 months, maybe a year. Maybe that seems overwhelming. 3 months you could do. So maybe 2 times a month, every other week, you want to have pasta. So you need a pound of pasta. You need a jar of sauce. I think that you need some kind of protein to put in there so you can sustain longer. So here's a can of chicken breast. You could get a can of tuna. You could even put chickpeas in if you like that kind of thing, but some kind of protein that you can put into it. These are super easy. If we're doing for 3 months, then 2 times a month you're going to eat them. So 2 times 3 months is 6. So you're buying 6 bags of pasta, 6 jars of sauce, 6 cans of some kind of protein. And then you also want to open up some other or not some other canned thing also, like maybe canned peaches or canned green beans to have on the sides. So that way you're getting some vitamins in there also. But think of meals a little bit more also, so that you're not just putting stuff on your pantry shelf, but you're thinking, how many do I need of this kind of thing? So if you like to eat oatmeal in the morning, think about how much oatmeal do you need? You can buy the big bags. I definitely say buy the organic, buy the big bags, and then how many, maybe you like some kind of fruit on top of it, like peaches or pineapple. I don't think I'd eat pineapple, but I prefer by far frozen and fresh fruit, definitely, and frozen and fresh vegetables. But maybe that's not an option, and that isn't long term. So we've got to think outside the box, and we got to think about canned items that we would have that will sustain our family. So think of some meals whenever you're doing this, and how many would I have to buy for 3 months worth? For 3 months, I've got to buy 6 bags of pasta. Think of that kind of stuff, and you're going to be able to plan a little better. But it's really important to get plenty of canned vegetables and fruits and canned meat, and you can buy like canned soup that you can just open up and it's ready to go. You don't even have to do anything to it. You could eat it cold if you needed to. Canned chili. That stuff actually gags me, but if I was hungry, I would eat it because it's got the protein in it from the beans and the meat. You can also do the packaged soups. Those are great. They are like freeze dried, so get the packaged soup, pour in the water. You can put in some extra vegetables, maybe some extra pasta, and you've got a meal with really easy ways of doing this. Have you thought about baking supplies? Because you really need flours, salt, baking powder, baking soda. Have those in there so you can bake bread. I know whenever you get flour and rice, also put them in the freezer for at least 24 hours so that it kills any bugs. Then you can put it on your shelf, but make sure and do that if you're going to store, because you don't want to open up your flour and have bugs in it. So if you're going to store it long term, then make sure and put it in the freezer first. But get those baking supplies and you can feed your family for super easy and very, very inexpensively. Get some yeast. Yeast is cheap because it lasts for a long time. Get the bigger blocks. You can put them in your refrigerator or freezer and it lasts for a long, long time. Don't worry about the expiration date. It's going to last way past that whenever you have it in your freezer. You take out what you need, and know a little bit at a time in your cabinet, and you can bake bread. You got to know how to bake bread. I have a video on beginners baking bread. It's just a few ingredients: flour, salt, water, and yeast. That's it. So super easy, but learn how to do it. You got to know some of these skills too. So what if you don't have the internet? How are you going to do it? You better write down some recipes on some recipe cards, or have some books. Books are fantastic because you can just read and read and read books. Get some survival books. How would you survive? Now, I sound doom and gloom, don't I? I sound like I'm just talking doom and gloom here to you. But no, what I'm doing is talking preparedness. I'm talking wisdom, is the way I see it. Whenever you think of your toiletries also, you need those. You don't want to smell up the joint and hardly be able to stand yourself. Well, get yourself deodorants and conditioner or shampoos and things that you know that you use and you need. I wanted to show you this just because this is a deodorant that I have used for years, and it also lasts me for years. So this is a mineral salt stick. The way that you use it is you get it wet first and then you put it on and you just go around enough that it really covers everything. You can also use essential oils. You can do like a antibacterial essential oil on here, a drop of maybe geranium that helps with hormones. So you can drop on there and then use that. And this is great. And I'm showing you this because you just buy it on Amazon. And I'm telling you that this right here will last me about 2 years, is how long it lasts me. Your body has to get used to it at first, but then it does. And so this is a super easy thing that you can put into your prepper pantry. I mean, it's not where the food goes, but just having something extra like toiletries. Toiletries are very important to have. Women, if you need things for your monthly cycle, then get them. Get those things. And first aid, very important. Medicine. My daughter got bronchitis this past week, and I went to the CVS to get some medicine, and the flu medicine was almost gone. There must be a lot of sick people right now, but I thought, wow, what would happen if you need it and you come in and it's not there? So go ahead and get it now. Get your Tylenol and your ibuprofen and whatever you need. Get some of that stuff and put it back. Do you feel like you don't have the money to be able to do this? Forget food. Food's more important than anything. Buy a few extra cans when you're at the grocery store. Just pick up a few extra things. I would say don't put your head in the sand and act like nothing could happen, because I'm telling you, anything could happen at any time. This is just my friendly warning. I don't even know if I want to say a warning. That's not the way I roll. I just feel, though, that there's a reason that this is just put on my heart to tell you all this. So just get some stuff going, and please, in the comments, please comment on here. Please tell me more. We learn so much from each other, and I really appreciate it. And you guys, that's all I have for now. Until next time, I'm out.